Greetings and welcome back to another episode of Conquering Diabetes. Today, let's try to think about where in the world does type 2 diabetes come from? I did start reading the book Blood Sugar 101 by Jenny Ruhl, that's Ruhl. And one of the things that she had said was that it is definitely a genetic issue where you have certain genes that set you up for it. So I like her conclusion better than what some of the other people have come up with out there, which let's just go over some of their things here. First is obesity. Now, I don't know how they came up with that conclusion, considering not all type 2 diabetics are overweight. And not all overweight people are diabetic. There's clearly something else going on here. Second one is lack of exercise, which is also an odd conclusion because there are a lot of people who get no exercise at all and they aren't diabetic. Then there are people who are incredibly active and they still get type 2 diabetes. I would suggest looking up Professor Tim Noakes' story sometime. As I already said, genetics is one of them. The genetics thing is very interesting to me. I need to read more about it, but yeah, that can be a trigger. There's also the idea of age. Oh, once you hit a certain age, then that's when you get diabetes. But there are people who are in their 80s who never develop diabetes. So again, how can you say that that's it for sure? And last, I'm sure there's more than this, but the last one that I could think of was diet. There are people who are like, well, you ate a horrible diet. You ate cookies, cakes, and pies all your life, and voila, now you've got diabetes, no surprise. But then you've got people who eat, what's considered the very healthy foods, whole grains, fruits and vegetables, et cetera, and they also end up with diabetes. So there are other factors going on internally that flips the switch to bring on type 2 diabetes. Then there's external factors such as statins, long-term use of steroids. From what I've seen, there are antibiotics that can do it too. There are illnesses that can bring it on. Here's the thing. No matter how you got it, and you may never find out, the solution is always going to be the same. My youngest daughter, when I was trying to come up with a slogan for the local diabetic support group that I was starting, she said that I should use the term, that I should say, every bite counts. That should be our slogan, and I love that. You can literally eat your way away from the complications of diabetes. Every bite can help you get your numbers down and help your system start healing. Now, I found that there are two kinds of people. One group dives into cold water to get the shock over with. The other group takes their time getting used to the water. You might be the person who could do a complete overhaul of your diet right now. Or you might be the person who needs to make gradual changes. However you go about it, start now with your next food choice. Diabetes is a beast of a disease. It will take everything you have if you don't stop it in its tracks. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.